I think right now what they're just thinking is like, hey, let's go in, let's put a good showing. We got the prime time spot. We got the first game of the day. And, I don't think they're going to disappoint. I think it's going to be one of our most highlighted matches of the entire night. As much as I love every other squad that is still here, I'm putting a big bar, but I think these two teams can easily reach that and surpass it. But as they're loading in, I think they're just going to have to say, hey, we have to play our game. We have to keep patience and make sure our pace is on our side. And, starting off with that first goal, it's really going to be something we have to look out for and who gets that early momentum.
Yeah, I know. I'm really interested to see how game one plays out here because a lot of times we look at game one as a game for teams to test the water, try and figure each other out. And obviously, in a best of seven, you've got that time to fall back if you don't find the first game of the series. But they could come out and try and make a statement here and just absolutely run away with it. But we have got everybody on the pitch finally, and it is time for the first streamed match of the MPL. Here we go. It's Untamed over on the blue side and Empyre on the orange here. I'm ready to see what these teams bring.
And right now, G-Man just taking that mid, and these two teams are going to have to watch that midfield as Seven pushing on a good forward attack, but just giving up possession. Buffy gets to 50, keeping it onto the Empire side as this offense trying to get going. That shot can't connect.
Love seeing that heads-up play on offense, though, here from Untamed, looking for the redirect there. Now they're being tested on the defense, and G-Man, clutch as always, trying to find Buffy here in the middle of the field, but does not connect, and what a pinch here to clear some space. So Empyre trying to get creative early on here to open up the field in the middle. Little double up to clear, but they will get it. Mizu, nice hold at the middle, though, and Empyre goes back into the zone again. Mazo with a nice flip off towards the crossbar. What a save from Seven. So many defensive tests here early for both sides, but they're passing with flying colors.
Yeah, and these two teams, we said it, coming out early. First 60 seconds have been taken off the clock, and we've seen two good offensive to really try getting forward, but it really has been the rotation so far. They're sticking to their guns. Double commit here could hurt them, but the possession stays for Crave as a nice little push, and that's something they're going to have to try to mitigate here. The double commits, not really allowing the opposition to have too many free looks. That demo opens up a look. He can't get it, Crave. What a save.
Absolutely crazy defense happening there from Crave, and now going back the other way. It's a slow enough shot. Another double up again, but these double ups aren't really being punished immediately. Mizu trying to collect out of the corner, but Untamed goes at it here. Seven trying to get to the post, and Crave comes through for yet another block away. Big clear is on target, and that's going to be huge here, what Empyre did right there, and in the continuation of this series. How fast can you put the ball on net in transition? Because you're going to waste more defensive materials here as that shot finds its way to the top corner. G-Man with a first goal.
Yeah, G-Man doing a great job there by Buffy. Look at that. We're talking about the offense and how much they're going to have to use those assists. The unselfish play, top left corner, gives them the lead.
2:57 left. Plenty of time here for Empyre to find their way back into game number one of this long series. Hopefully long. I have a feeling these teams can definitely go the distance against each other, but we're still looking for Empyre here to open up a little bit better on offense. They've gotten some great defensive stops and handled transition fairly well here, but again, these initiators on Untamed are just so strong at what they do, setting up opportunities and keeping that pressure alive. Empyre just needing to relieve it as quickly as possible. Mizu can't find it. Mazu now to the crossbar to try and block Seven. Still awkward here for a lot of Untamed. Another block, and Mazu gets sent back. It's Crave now in the corner trying to make something happen. Empyre with a good stretch of it here, but Seven will finally clear it away.
Yeah, Seven just trying to push this ball forward. He gets a look, nobody contests, and he's able to get the second one here for Untamed.
You can't give Seven space like that. Gonna take every inch of it, and the placement on that shot is pristine right inside the near post. Untamed with a 2-0 lead, getting that momentum going early. How long can they sustain it here, though, is the question, or rather, will Empyre be able to slow it down at all? As Buffy now to the back wall, and Seven completely uncontested for the third.
Yeah, this team, they seem to really be taking the advantage right now. Buffy getting another great pass, helping out everybody get going as Seven gets his second goal now. 3-0, 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. Still some time here for Empyre, but they're going to need a goal quickly.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need to step up. That's another one. You've got two players from Untamed close to each other, but they still get it to the back regardless. And Buffy just playing forward possession here to the corner. Crave with a big clear, trying to find Mazo. You can see Mizu as well to the backward. That'll waterfall right down. Nobody's there for the shot, though. And it's sent away. Seven is waiting for it on the sidewall. Carries it all the way towards the middle. Gets a flip reset, but unable to push anything else out of it. But now Buffy at the top. And Untamed just getting a lot of time with the ball here. Not really being contested too quickly, but that one finds its way off of the far post. Thought it might have been on target off the challenge there, but the shot doesn't come through. That's going to be an opportunity that Empyre is going to want back as this one goes back into their defensive half.
What a shot, what a pass there. This team continuing to connect as Buffy takes away that possession. And we said it, if they can control pace, if they can make sure the opposition doesn't have time to set themselves up, they will have the good standing. Of course, you're saying, hey, we can stop them from shooting shots, but the way that they've been able to do that has been magnificent to see. They really brought out the clamps right now. And yes, this Empyre squad has had some good shots on net, but it hasn't been many.
Hasn't been many indeed. That will be the sixth one there for Empyre, but there are also 6 shots on one player alone from Untamed Esports. That is 7. Again, getting in the face of this Empyre defense here and challenging them at every angle. Here's a nice one for Crave, though, to the crossbar, and 7 takes it away. So Empyre starting to get more and more space here towards the back half of this Untamed zone. Crave, good challenge, screaming towards the near post, but 7 takes away. Back and forth in the corner we go, but it finds Untamed to Untamed, and now 7 to the backward. Double potential can't block the clear from Crave. Final 20 seconds now in front of the net. This game looks like it's all wrapped up here for Untamed. They even won a 4th, and they're going to get it. Wow. 7 gets the hat trick.
Yeah, in a fashionable way, too. Look at this touch by 7. Just steals this ball, but the card control just to get that last bounce there. Great accuracy. Gives himself the hat trick in the important game number 1.
The final 16 seconds about to play out here. Maybe a formality, maybe a chance for Empyre to get a consolation goal, or 7 to score his 4th. Not going to come just yet. Buffy with a little bit of a back tap here finds Crave. Mizu trying to put it away, but gets blocked on the way in. Final seconds ticking off, still in front, and it hits the ground. Untamed with a very dominant shutout here in game number 1.
Yeah, they really came out here and controlled the pace, really put themselves known. Yeah, 7 getting the MVP, decidedly so, 3 goals, but even more importantly, 4 saves was the main factor that Untamed wasn't able to go to that OT here. Looking at that, great job by them, but even more important, 7 shots by him, living up to his name.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, called it out in the beginning. We expected this Untamed squad to be strong on offense, and that's something that Empyre has to be ready for. They were doing a really good job of it around the first minute and a half or so, but it really just started to crumble when they couldn't find those goal line saves. They were depending a lot on pulling it from the brink there against Untamed, who just put shot after shot. And like you said, 7 just being that aggressor. A hat trick on 7 shots is always tough to stop, especially from a strong player like 7. So Empyre, I mean, they have the battle plans laid out for them to try and get game 2 back in their favor and even up the series. But again, there's a lot of work left to be done. They will have, zeros on the scoreboard in a fresh 5 minutes, so it's not too far gone of a conclusion. But that is quite the statement from Untamed in game number 1.
Yeah, it really was the way they're just able to, more importantly, get that goose egg. Really keeping a team from scoring makes them get in their mental a little bit. They're going to be like, okay, now we have to try a little more to find that first goal. Not able to get that monkey off your back just makes you feel that, okay, what do we have to do to really make ourselves that much different when it comes to our offense here? They just can't overthink. They're going to have to continue. They tried utilizing that demos towards the end. It may have to become a little more apparent. Just the way this Untamed rotation has been so far has been very clean. They haven't been double committing too much, as it really has been nice to see how they're coming out here and making sure everyone's involved.
And we apologize, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us here. We're testing out some new servers here just to make sure that all our players have the best ping possible. So we will bring you back into the action here as soon as possible. Untamed, again, taking game number 1 of the series by a score of 4-0. So they are well on their way here to try and take the series as a whole. But Only time will tell. You know, I feel like for Empire, you know, you mentioned the demo plays trying to get back into it and, you know, that being their avenue in. I feel like from Empire, I want to see some more passing from them as well. I think
Mhm.
that a lot of the times in game number one, they were relying on each other to solo carry the ball in and then just
Mm.
follow it up as it goes. But if they can find some quick touches, particularly towards the infield, where it's just 1-2, Empire to Empire, you know, whichever player that may be, I feel like that's just going to instantly open up, even if it doesn't go in the goal, courtesy of a save from Untamed. It's just going to keep testing their defense and wasting their resources.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find a way to really thin this team out when it comes to there, and the passing plays could be the factor here. You know, that's how Untamed got going. They just continued to Buffy continued. I'm sorry to feed everyone around him. They just were able to find Seven, able to find G-Man, getting those assists. So if they can match that intensity there, Empire that is, they should be in a good standing. But, you know, they're in the cons right now. They have to stay confident. Still a lot of time. Barely game number 2 still. So they need to be able to tie the series up and not let it get into Untamed's favor by going 2-0. But even if it does, there's still so much more Rocket League to be played.
Exactly, and that's the beauty of doing this in best of 7 format. It's just a test. You've got to be able to close out series. Love what we saw from Untamed in the first game, but they've got to keep that momentum going to really try and punish Empire. They want to take this series in a quick fashion, but that is a nice pass, and the shot is ringing off the post. The save comes through, and my goodness, that would have been a beam if it made it to the back of the net. This one off the post as well, and they can't find it. It's like magnetically attracted to that post.
Gaga, they were listening to you. They almost started this game off with the assist, but they get countered with Untamed's assist. Buffy grabs the first one by G-Man.
That's so rough, too, because like you said, they were doing so well with the infield passing right there and just couldn't find it. The shots were incredibly fast, too, and just did not happen. And obviously, it comes back the other end. Untamed do that exact same thing, but they find it into the back past the defense. They've got the first. They're looking for a second here to the backboard. Big crucial clear being made, but G-Man connects. Doesn't get it under the crossbar, though. Seven will hold on to possession, though. And this is where Untamed is really thriving right now. They're getting it to the backboard, and this ball is spending so much time deep in the zone. Not only that, but quality chances are still coming here as the clear from Crave off the backboard is going to get out to the side, but G-Man with a big challenge. You've got 2 shooters there, but Mizu is quick on the draw for the clear, and they keep the second goal out for Untamed for now, but again, towards the front of the net. My goodness, Empire desperately need a clear here. Crave going to get it, gets a flip reset as well, trying to hold on to it for as long as possible, but Buffy will read it all the way through. And now Mazo going up off the ceiling, opportunity after opportunity here. Empire finally starting to set up shop.
Yeah, this team looking good so far as they've had their chances, just haven't been able to really connect there, and that one just takes Buffy right in front and just puts it right behind the net.
And Empire really have to start putting on the brakes at this point. They're down 6-0 as a whole for the series so far. Have not been able to score at all in game 1, not here in game 2 just yet. Plenty of time, as we always love to say here about these games, but for Empire, time is running out to make these changes. They've got to adjust here as Mizu's gonna get this swan, and the save isn't there. A good pickup on the free gift, and the lead is cut in half.
That right there is what they needed. They needed something to put them on the scoreboard. And you know what they say, at this top of the level, you have to take the opportunities that are given to you. Able to cut this lead down by half with 3.5 minutes still of Rocket League to play. They could be coming back in this.
Indeed, and now Mizu's going to get an opportunity here. Quick cut, pops it up to the crossbar. Buffy, though, getting elevated indeed for that save. Mazo centering pass, almost self-dishes actually off of that corner, but it's going to be Craven set off the sidewall. Empire, every player taking their turn here as they'll rotate out now with Buffy making that touch, but Mizu with a nice hold, and all of a sudden Empire doing a really good job here trying to rotate away from each other, make sure that they've all got their turn. That is a banger of a clear. Mizu wanted the redirect, but Buffy's there instead, and now G-Man gets a look the other way. Crave, nice save there off of the crossbar, and Empire stay only down by 1 for now. Seven, double potential. What a shot from Seven.
Yeah, we were talking about him before this game even started. We said how mechanically inclined and how much of an offensive threat he is, and shows it right there. We got a highlight clip written all over it.
Yeah, and that is the first of many highlights I feel like we're going to see, and probably the first of many for 7 specifically. Just been a goal-scoring machine this series. G-Man with a massive block here. The demo, look at the setup here. 7, another double, make it 2 in a row. Can't quite get it, though, as G-Man will push over to the back wall. Buffy now up, not in time, and Empyre gets a nice little clear here, and an advantage opportunity, but 7 will clear. We get back to a little bit more neutral game. We haven't seen too much of it, but this is really where Empyre needs to push back. They have to spend more time in that blue zone and not allow Untamed to just filter the ball through the midfield right back to the back half of Empyre.
Yeah, and Crave has been one of the main factors here for Empyre, really trying to get his team involved. And every time we see this ball on their side of the pitch, he's one of the main guys just getting it started. As again gets a save, trying to set something up. Has a look to lose it at the last second. And this team is losing this ball. Unfortunate as a counterattack for 7. Open net. And grabs it.
Yeah, you see it coming from a mile away, but it's 7 again on the score sheet here. 1 goal away from the second hat trick in 2 games here for 7 of Untamed Esports. But again, this brings up, what we were talking about beforehand, especially when we look at previous results here, and specifically looking at the RLCS Open qualifiers, because that is when these teams want to be playing their absolute best. Untamed, they're proving that their advantage in those qualifiers was no fluke. That's a nice shot, but again, that far post is just killer here for Empyre. They've got the passing. It's starting to look better than it was in the previous game, but they need the shot accuracy. In game 1 as well, there were a couple opportunities where they just whiffed or didn't send the shot where it needed to go. Mazo trying to push this one, gets 2 defenders to fight. Crave, oh, it's at the goal, and then Mizu just rushes it in there.
Oh, yeah, that made everyone's heart drop there. The save was just amazing. Look at that, but that ball's momentum cannot be stopped. Cut this lead down by half, and Empyre try to come back.
Yeah, they've got 73 seconds here for 2 more. Definitely possible here, but I'd love to see some more passing. Here's Buffy looking for this one, still manages to get a challenge out of it and more out of the corner. The efficiency there coming off, and that's going to be a shot to the post as well from G-Man. All these players really liking to rip it across that wide angle, but now Mazo with a quick touch up here. Buffy will block it. G-Man and Mizu turns into a 2-on-2 very quickly. The bump is there, but fortunately Crave was coming around in rotation to save it away. 45 seconds now. Empyre still needing to.
And this one right here may hurt, but Crave again comes in for his 6th save of the game.
Final 30 seconds here. Crave to the back wall. Pops up high here for Mizu. Going to keep it in the zone, but for how much longer? Mazo with the catch. Mizu takes over, tries to get that one, sends it right into Mazo, though, and it'll find its way back. Good quick turn here to change the momentum, though. 15 seconds, and they need a goal right now, but there's a lot of people in the corner to block it. Crave can't find the shot. Here's Mizu for 1, but G-Man is going to get the save. Final 10 seconds. 7 attempts to take time here, clearing this one away. G-Man to the corner, and that is going to do it here. Untamed, they don't get the shutout in game number 2, but they do get the win and a 2-0 series lead in a best of 7, starting to look dangerous.
Yeah, coming in now 2-0, like you said. If they're able to grab this next game, that's where Empyre needs to have concern. Going down 3-0 and being talked about potential sweep opportunities, not where you want to be at the start of this. They're going to have to continue working, as they got some good presence. They had 11 shots this last game. Compared to the 11 of Untamed. So they're sticking in there offensively, but it just seems at the pace of Untamed, they get open nets. They have the mechanical pace to get those shots, and they're taking every single opportunity and not missing on them.
Yeah, it really comes down to that. Empyre just trying to force it on this Untamed defense, which has been tested a couple of times, and for the most part, they've passed. Obviously, that shot there from Mizu finding its way through 2 defenders who nearly had the collaborative save there on the goal line. Had it not been for the momentum of that ball, it would have been fantastic. But, speaking of defensive prowess, you've got to give credit there to Crave with 6 saves here. It's just absolutely a crazy statistic, but obviously not something that Empyre wants to be relying on necessarily. They want to make sure that they can test Untamed on the other side. So that's what it's going to come down to here. Empyre, again, we keep saying they've got to pick up the pace, pick up the speed here, bring that challenge to Untamed, because a lot of the time they're giving Untamed that middle of the field and not challenging as quickly as they could be. So Empyre, they've certainly got their looks in. I feel like they definitely know what they need to do here.
Yeah, Empyre just needs to come out here and, you know, they have never, I think the first goal for them is important. If they can able to grab that and just allow themselves to take a breath in this one and really compose themselves, it just feels that Untamed has come in and just hit them right in the face with and taken leads and just continuing to elevate on those leads. So let's see if Empyre can grab the first goal. Looks like they may be, but 7 again, great save.
And another opportunity here to the backboard is Mazo trying to find the top corner, but can't do so. It's just wide. Pretty open, though. Crave takes over one-on-one, looking for the double. It's a tough angle, but still sends it in front. And nobody's there to shoot. Everybody getting resources. That's a nice pass, though. But Buffy, good job to cut that one off. Untamed need to keep doing more of the same, because these Empyre passes here to the infield have looked dangerous. Like we said, they just need to find the shooting accuracy. But if Untamed can continue to cut off that avenue, then that forces Empyre to get even more creative on offense and find something that they haven't shown us in this series so far.
Crave taking that ball away off the corner now, seeing 2 defenders trying to get that ball mid. Nice pass gets cut out again, and G-Man gets stopped after a good shot attempt.
Opportunity here, Mazo to the back wall, looking for a second. It's still there. G-Man will go through those. Buffy waits it out. Nice beat here as well. Only one person back here really for Empyre as Mazo just tries to deflect away in front of the net, and Crave will get that one. New shooter in sight, and Untamed giving a good amount of space and respect to this ball once it hits the back wall. A little bit different than what we've seen, but there's the demo from 7 trying to set up Buffy. Good pass, good shot, good demo. All around solid team play.
Yeah, look at that, just taking it away. And the demo just giving Buffy the space needed. But more important, look at that redirect. Able to put it where the defender isn't. And this team strikes first.
3.5 minutes and counting here for Empyre. They desperately need this one. They do not want to be tasked with reverse sweeping Untamed. I don't think any team in this league wants to have to do that. Opportunity here, and a block. Mazo follow-up shot, and again Untamed sees it away, and they've got a quick counterattack going, but that one is wide into the corner. Buffy still, though, gets possession of it, and the challenge out to 7. They've got so much space in the save from Mizu. Fantastic to hold on there.
Yeah, if this team can find a way to capitalize on a goal, they can really look back onto that save to be a major factor, but they can't. Yes, they can. Buffy can't put that last one in after the chaotic upset there at the goal. Just everyone bunched up as now Untamed again putting themselves on the offensive front.
As it's Buffy now, a rip towards that far post. 7's not quite far enough forward to take the shot, but will play it out of the corner as well. And they're centering up very well here, but the shooter's not there. G-Man misses the challenge, but Buffy will get it away from Crave. And these touches, oh, Mizu finds this one. It is rolling towards the backboard here. Crave looking for Mazo. That's a nice touchdown, and a shot is too slow. 7 will take it away. A lot of time here for Untamed to try and control possession. Instead, Crave is coming through, trying to bust that down to the back wall. Shot not through. Mazo, though, will get the ball. About 2 minutes in regulation. Empyre, I'm really liking their look here on offense. They've spent a lot of time in the Untamed zone, sort of counteracting what we've seen earlier on in the series. Now, though, it's a clear out, and Buffy's trying to carry this one from the middle. Untamed just keep on testing, and they're testing from the middle of the field, which gets them these opportunities. The defender's too far gone, and Untamed up by 2.
I love the patience there. G-Man just decided to go for the dribble, saw Crave, and just put it where he can't get it, for a right corner, threading the needle and giving his team an even better cushion.
Indeed, an Empyre again. They find themselves with their backs against the wall. They have not found a score here in game number 3, and they desperately need something to cut this lead. That's a nice pass, but again, Mizu not far enough forward, was thinking that 7 might have a faster clear. Good demo here to try and set something up, and instead G-Man's just going to buy the time anyway and get it all the way to the backboard. Great efficient play there from G-Man off of the demo onto 7. You want to try and get it into an awkward spot. That's a nice shot, though. Again, it finds its way past 2 defenders, and Mizu scores.
The passing finally connects there. Perfect forward pass, able to grab the teammate, and no one from Untamed can get up there. This team may be rolling now. That's a good sign of health.
I'm loving it, and we called it out again with Empyre. One of their keys to victory in this series is finding those passing plays, because Untamed was up against Valkyrie Array in that show match, and Valkyrie was always trying to find each other on those infield passing lanes. So if Empyre can continue to do that, they stand a really strong chance to get back in. But again, even if they're scoring more goals on the offensive half, there's still the question of how do they slow down the Untamed offense, because my goodness, it's unrelenting here. What a save from Mizu coming down though. 7 to the back wall, no shooter in sight though. Crave will have time to clear away. Gets Mazo looking for this redirect. It's a good send towards the corner, but what comes next? Final 45 seconds here, and Empyre's still looking for one to tie it up. It's a bouncer. It finds its way a little awkwardly off of Buffy, but now 7 with a big carry. They have the demo in tow as well. But a big clear here in the middle of the field. Final 30 seconds, and Empyre trying not to go down to 0-3.
And right here, last 30. This is where your team has to get going, where you have to come up big, and Mizu does come big. The bump playing goal gives them enough time and enough space.
Oh my goodness, and 7 still finds a save out of that bump, but Mizu comes through again, has been shooting every single time with 2 defenders very close, but maybe that's the lucky charm for Mizu here to find a goal. 26 seconds, and Empyre now a better shot than ever to take the game. Maybe they won it in regulation here. No, it's gonna get cleared away from Buffy. Mizu now can't find the challenge. This is looking dangerous here, but Crave finds a nice clear, heading towards the final 10, still tied at 2. Opportunity here for Crave, it's a soft touch. Buffy takes it away, middle of the field. 7 is quick to this ball, gets the flip as well, saves it. Mazo with a big block. Hit 0 seconds here. Crave has to keep this ball up, doing a good job. Has the flip reset, but can't carry much farther. Game 3 overtime.
OT, this is what we're all here for. These squads under the bright lights, they're gonna try to see if they can come away with a big win. Empyre has it off here. They need this goal right here. They have to go 2-1. They cannot allow themselves to continue going down.
As we continue here, Crave launching this one from the middle of the field. This game could end at any moment, and Empyre wants to end it sooner rather than later. The longer this goes on, I feel like the longer Untamed starts to heat up. Mizu, that's a nice pass out to Crave, though. Can't quite find it. 7 trying to collect this ball. Crave just trying to be a distraction here, but ends up being a bit of a distraction for Mazo, as now they can't quite figure out who's going for what. Mizu in the middle of the field. Mazo opportunity to pass out, though, but Crave now is going to be the one tasked with playing that one. Good pass over to Mizu, and possession control is on point here from Empyre right now to the corner. Shot opportunity. 7 gets it, though. Mazo wants this one, sends it. Oh, what a save from 7!
7 has just been the guardian angel for Untamed. The defense has just been there all day. And again, putting the team on his back there on the defensive end, clearing that one out of this team, trying to counter. Backboard, can someone get it? But a nice clear.
And Untamed just continue to do it. Here's Buffy, shoots it right into Mazo, and it's not going to go anywhere. But my goodness, I thought that was a surefire goal for Empyre back there. Regardless, we carry on over 80 seconds into Game 3 overtime again. Empyre does not want to go down 0-3 in this series. They have to take this one away, but that's going to be a shot from 7. It finds its way under both defenders, and Untamed Esports are on an early match point.
Yeah, great job there. And Buffy just putting enough there. Unfortunately, that 50 couldn't get one, as 7 just catches that pass, gives his team the lead, and even more importantly, 3-0 victory. But Untamed now 1 game away from getting this sweep. Can they call the brooms and get the janitorial staff to come in early?
Listen, they have a very good shot to do so, and I stand by my word what I said earlier on in game number 3. If there's any team in this league that you do not want to have to reverse sweep in a best of 7, it is Untamed Esports. This team is scary, but again, you know, best of 7, not to play devil's advocate here, but you've got to have that clutch factor. It's not uncommon for a team to get reverse sweeped in a best of 7, as much as we want to believe that it is, especially if they are not keeping up that intensity. For Untamed, though, I don't really have any questions about whether or not they will, because, you know, 7 has just been an absolute machine this series. Obviously, G-Man and Buffy pulling their own weight as well, and then some. So Untamed, they look poised to take this in 4. Empyre, it's do or die.
It is do or die. We'll have to see if we go to another OT or if they can handle it, as quick little stat here. That last game, first OT of MPL, so theoretically a minute and a half is the longest overtime MPL's ever seen. We'll see if that gets broken later today, but hey, we're in history, man.
Yeah, there you go. Making history all night long. That's what you love to see. And we'll continue on here. I mean, if we do get that Game 4 finish here, I don't want to cast a curse this, but Untamed could get the first sweep in MPL history. I mean, regardless, whatever result we get here will be the first in MPL history, so it's fantastic. But let's focus up here on what we've got going so far. Some good neutral game here in the first 30 seconds. Empyre with some good looks. Little double up. Oh, nobody gets the touch. Oh, and it's whiffed on there. It's still at the backboard, though. Mazo trying to force it into the corner. Now Mizu going again. Still to the back wall. And Empyre, throughout all the double ups and the missed shots there, they've still got a solid possession going here. Heading towards 4 minutes left in regulation. They're holding on well. You can see the rotations coming through. Mizu now to the corner. The backwards jump nearly found it, but not quite. And Untamed trying to play this one a little slowly, get the calculated clear. G-Man finally does find it, though, and Untamed give themselves the breathing room.
Yeah, so far, but you have to like the way Empyre has looked so far. They've come into this game on a beat. They're trying to beat this team with some nice pace as they're looking for that first goal. Can't get much. G-Man puts a nice shot on, but Crave again on the defensive, just warding that one off.
And now Buffy carrying this one all the way back, just trying to play for time here and play away from everybody on Empyre, but it's going to get ripped back into the zone. Mizu and Mazo both back now, waiting on this attempted clear. Buffy, huge read. That's headed towards the top corner. It's a little too high and away. And Crave will get the clear going on back. The transition plays are going to be crucial here. That's headed towards a pretty open net, but Mizu does get back in time. These teams are going to have to be very solid on the transition defense. Mizu pushing this ball, did not get the mid boost, so it's going to be on Mazo, who rotates through. And now Crave finds a nice challenge as well. Crucial one there from Crave as Mizu and Mazo were still moving back into the defensive zone. Crave needed to make a touch there. But this one's going to find its way back into the Empyre zone regardless. We're still scoreless, though, here, so a good look for Empyre so far, keeping this one close. They've got to bring it on the other end.
Yeah, this team right now, they've looked good. They've really put their heart out there so far, but hasn't really put into a goal. Ooh. First half of play over as Mazo trying to find a teammate, gets cut out there, gives up possession, but Empyre still on a good beat, can't get it. Oh, what a save.
Every single push here from Empyre, I'm liking it when it gets started, but it just seems to fall apart when they don't find the shot they're looking for. These passes are just a little too far away. Demos galore, one on each side, so it turns into a temporary 2-on-2. But obviously favors Untamed here with all three players in the defensive zone. Now Mazo, who's recovering off of the demo, gets a block here, but it's sent to G-Man to the back wall. And a good collection here from Mizu, trying to eliminate that time spent away. That redirect is going to find its way in. Mizu forces a crazy own goal there for the first for Empyre.
And we're finally able to capitalize, get this first goal here under 2 minutes. Now, they have what they need. They can take a step now. Take a step back and say, hey, we can breathe. We can play our brand of Rocket League. But Untamed may just come out here even harder and even more aggressive now. So Empyre has to find a way to get a second cushion.
Yeah, I love your point there, because I feel like while we've seen a strong Untamed side, we haven't seen an Untamed side that has to play in a deficit. So this team, when they're playing with nothing to lose and everything to gain, especially since they have that 3-game cushion, they can just throw everything they want. That might be an even scarier offensive side than we've witnessed in the first 3 games of this series. But obviously Untamed wanting to get back on track here in Game 4 and take this series quickly. For Empyre, though, gotta love that they've got themselves in the lead here. Like we keep saying, they're forced to get this reverse sweep out, but you've got to take it one step at a time. You can't think we need to win 4 games in a row. You got to go, all right, we're in Game 4, we win Game 4, we go to Game 5, and we move from there. Empyre heading into the final 60 seconds here with a 1-goal lead against Untamed. Untamed trying to close this series out in 4.
And right now, Empyre keeping it on their side. Buffy taking this, probably gonna look for a teammate, gets cut out at the top as this ball still on the Untamed possession, can't get past much defense. They're able to ward this away. Time is ticking. Empyre trying to finish this game off, but that shot on, what a save off the sidebar.
And it's still going here, but a big clear. That's going to be crucial. Final 30, and Seven's going to have to play it from the back. Mazo, nice touch here. Mizu almost gets the shot off. That would have been a fantastic insurance goal, but instead it's G-Man. The bump is there. Nobody's able to defend, and we've got a tie game with 21 to go.
I'm a bit speechless on that one, unfortunately. Look at Seven. Saw Crave, who's just been deadly in that goal, has taken everything out and says, hey, buddy, time for you to get out of this goal and let my man G-Man score here.
Oh man, this is what happens when Untamed has nothing to lose here and they want this follow-up. Buffy takes the shot. Mazo with a save. Final 15 to go. Empyre with a good opportunity to clear here. Crave, though, gets bumped away. Buffy plays it towards the middle of the field, a little slow, and Seven comes through for the clear. Heading towards the final 5 seconds now. Crave playing this down the sidewall is read by Seven. Now to the corner. That'll pop up. No, it won't. Mizu blocks it down, lets it hit the ground, and we've got game 4 overtime, second overtime in a row, and a chance for Untamed to close it out.
This is everything we're hoping it to be. Empyre, they're down 3, but it doesn't show it. They're putting their hearts on the line. Long clear. Mazo able to grab that scary opportunity for Untamed as they're still on the offensive. But Craig trying to ward this ball away as he can, but can't pass Buffy.
Good demo, though, to buy a little bit of time. Mazo also demoed those, a temporary 2-on-2. Mizu gets back into the zone. It's to the back wall, pretty uncontested there, but the touch is away from Crave before we can get the shot off. Mazo can't get that one off the sidewall either. And Untamed are meeting every single opportunity with a good challenge here. Seven with a shot. Save from Crave. Absolutely crucial there. We continue on. G-Man trying to convert this one back towards the near post, but Crave will take away. And Untamed are starting to heat up here, but Empyre want to fire back as well. Good challenge there from Mazo. We get back to the middle of the field. Seven not quite able to get that one. It's in front, though. Anybody there? Mizu gets the clear.
Good job there by both squads. Really able to hold down on the offensive. Good shot. What a save by G-Man. That ball seems to be out of his reach, but able to go in as now he's leading the charge, trying to find a pass or even better, a goal. But that ball is getting cut out. Buffy can't get no pass. Seven gets 15.
What a save there. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Every opportunity for both of these teams is getting so close. That's another one from G-Man and a redirect from Mazo. Hits the sidewall, though, an opportunity, but Buffy has to turn back here. Midfield, though, and holds on to the pressure here for Untamed. Miss from one. Crave, though, finds it. Challenge here against Seven in the corner, who gets a second touch. Top of the box, but able to get the clear away there is Mizu, and my goodness, it just keeps on going. We've got a longer overtime than we had in the previous game. I don't know who takes this one.
We're breaking records and making history as Empyre trying to not allow history to say they were the first team to ever get swept. 2 minutes into this. Both these squads are putting everything on the line right here. Empyre, Seven takes it away, backboard play. G-Man bottom right, can't get it.
And Buffy now jumps up for this one. Dangerous opportunity, but Seven, what a touch there. Could convert this one, but no, it's Crave. Midfield play once again. Buffy gets the clear, but Crave can't block. Now it's Buffy up near the ceiling. Mizu, early block. We go back and forth, but Untamed are throwing themselves very far forward here, so if Empyre can string together a couple passes off of these big clears that are going back and forth, surely they'll have a strong opportunity. Mazo, though, whips on the ball initially, but still finds a pinch on the sidewall here. Over 2.5 minutes. Mazo playing it slow. We are faking out everybody. No, the shot doesn't go through, and it's blocked at the top of the box by Buffy.
Yeah, these teams, my God, they have really stepped up their level of competition. And as the series has continued, Empyre just continues to improve, get better, and they evolve throughout this entire series so far. Untamed trying to keep them down, but they're getting scarier and scarier. Good shot on Mizu, able to take it away. G-Man takes it for himself, trying to find a teammate as Crave puts this ball down.
Seven now, middle of the field. Nobody there to shoot it, so Crave will take over. Not a whole lot of boost remaining. Gets bumped off. And G-Man with a big clear, 2-on-2. Seven wants the redirect there. Oh my, it turns out to be a shot on. Crave, though, 1-on-1 against Buffy, but the demo comes through there from G-Man. We just keep going back and forth. Seven opportunity here to the backboard. Doesn't get the double. G-Man wants a shot. Finally jumps up for it here against Mizu. It's there for Buffy to shoot, but no, it's blocked by Mazo. Seven in the middle of the field. Now has to block this opportunity from Crave coming back the other way. Flippers that is there to the bar. Seven with the save. Mazo follows up, and Buffy gets in the way. Mizu now trying to send the odd angle, and Seven says no. Oh my goodness, we keep going with Mazo ripping that one. Another save.
that ball's getting too close for comfort. Every time he feels that ball's hitting behind the net, somebody comes in to ward it off, and no one's been able to capture the little bit of magic it takes to finish this game off. And we're at 4 minutes. G-Man has that ball to the corner, has full boost, gonna try to keep this in possession, find a teammate, but taken away by Crave, who's just been everywhere for Empyre.
There's no slow moment in this overtime. I want to try and analyze what these teams are doing, but they just keep taking opportunity. What a touch there from Seven, but Mizu blocks it. Seven now. Got a little bit of boost in the tank. Mazo blocks it early, but Buffy is there for the follow-up challenge. Back and forth we go here. Crave plays it to the corner. Nearing a full game's worth of Rocket League in this overtime. It's going to fall to Seven. That's a dangerous position. You can see the bumps on the goal line from G-Man, but the shot doesn't come through. Another block here at the top. Buffy takes it to the crossbar, and Crave again with another save. G-Man, though, trying to set her up and hits the top corner. Anybody there for the shot? No, the save isn't there either, but G-Man is going to get to carry this through the corner again. And here we go, about to hit 5 minutes. Mazo gets that one, 1-2-1 to Crave. Back forward there. Mazo shot opportunity. It's lobbed there. Can Mizu get it? No. Seven with the clear.
Yeah, and that clear. Seven almost had an open net. Thankfully, they would take that ball away, and that pitch puts it. G-Man, G-Man, G-Man adds it here off the assist by Seven.
Oh my goodness, just forcing that one on Crave, and the read is all the way there. G-Man with the overtime ice and Untamed. Oh, it's a heartbreaker here for Empyre. They had 2 overtimes to try and take a dub. They couldn't find either, and it's G-Man to send it home here for Untamed.
You know, that's more fitting of history right there. 5 minutes, 10 seconds, longest overtime. And I think, you know, you have to give it to Empyre. They came out here. They did not want to get swept. They played their hearts out. They have no reason to hang their heads out tonight.
Oh, absolutely not. Those last 2 games, if they were any indication about how close these teams can play, especially when Empyre starts to feel it, you cannot fault them for this. And obviously there are plenty of chances for them to rebound, but my goodness, we have to talk about Untamed making a statement here in the first series of the MPL with a 4-0 sweep, able to win 2 overtimes. That last overtime, back and forth. You know, if you asked me in the middle to give a definite answer of who is going to win, I probably would have picked Empyre. Their chances on offense looked like a lot higher quality, whereas Untamed was just kind of happy to send one and then back off and send one and back off. But my goodness, Untamed, they just continued to surprise me, and it's G-Man who sends home the series winner.
And we were talking about the assist plays all day. Yes, it hit off the opposite off one of the Empyre's cars to put that ball in place, but it really was how these teams continue to utilize everyone here tonight. And great job for both these squads. Untamed going up 1-0. Empyre now 0-1 for the season. Nonetheless, 2 great squads. And Galgan, I'm so happy this happened, man. I'm happy I was able to jump in the booth and be able to cast such an amazing game where we both saw the longest OT and the first sweep in MPL history.
Oh, it was an absolute blast. I'm glad I got to do it alongside you. And hey, listen, for everybody watching, you just watched the first of many series for the MPL. So the fantastic news is there is plenty more action where that came from. And speaking of more action, we've got another match planned after this one. It's La Espadas going up against Draken Esports. Very entertaining match coming up shortly after the break. Again, thank you for tuning in to the MPL sponsored by Prestige Esports. For Wolfie Too Hot, my name is Galgan, and we'll see you after the break.